Rachel is a homemaker and her husband is a business manager. They have been married for 7 years. Recently, however, Rachel noticed that her husband was coming home later and later. When she asked him why he was so late, he always said he was working overtime. One night, her husband returned home from work after 10 p.m. He took a shower and went straight to bed. Unable to resist, Rachel checked her husband's text messages and discovered that he had been having an affair for a month. Fighting back tears and anger, Rachel couldn't understand why her husband would be having an affair when she had been fulfilling her responsibilities as a wife and mother and keeping their home in order. After a night of deep reflection, Rachel decided not to confront her husband, but to use wisdom to resolve the situation. The next day, after the children had gone to bed, Rachel dressed neatly with light makeup and sat in the living room waiting for her husband to return. As the minutes ticked by, it was past 11 p.m. and then past midnight. Finally, her husband came home. Can you guess what Rachel did? She didn't yell or blame him. Instead, she immediately ran over, greeted him with a beaming smile, took her husband's briefcase, and said, "You must be tired to be home so late. You must be hungry. Let me make you some noodles." Then she went into the kitchen and cooked. Rachel's husband was confused, did not know what had happened, and felt completely lost. From that day on, Rachel waited for her husband to come home every night. She would either cook him a late-night snack or prepare a bath for him. She even listened patiently as he complained about work and his boss. This went on for over a month, and one night her husband unexpectedly came home a little early. When he saw Rachel, he immediately knelt down and said, "Rachel, I'm so sorry. I've had an affair. I was temporarily misguided and couldn't resist the temptation of a new employee at work. But for the past month, my conscience has been plaguing me. I'm truly sorry. You're a loving and perfect wife in every way. I have been thinking that if I go on like this, our family is going to be destroyed." Her husband finished, tears streaming down his face. "It's okay. No one is perfect. We all make mistakes. Let's move forward. I have areas where I can improve too, like often neglecting your feelings," Rachel comforted him. "Rachel, don't say that. It's my fault, not yours. I've already ended things with the other person, and I won't let it happen again. Will you forgive me?" her husband choked out. "Of course I will," Rachel said, also in tears. And so they held on to each other and survived the crisis that threatened to tear their family apart. What to do if your partner is having an affair. 1. Calm down and think clearly. Don't take drastic action right away because your emotions can cloud your judgment and lead to regrettable decisions. 2. Don't always blame your partner. Take a step back and look at yourself. Is there anything you could have done differently to avoid this? 3. Don't blame the third party completely. Your marriage must have had problems before the third party came along. 4. Facing the problem is the first step to solving it. Sit down with your partner and talk things through. Tell each other how you're feeling and what needs to change. Only then can you work together to improve your relationship. 5. If you have children, don't rush into divorce. Studies have shown that children from single-parent households are more likely to have psychological problems due to the lack of a father or mother figure. 6. Everyone makes mistakes. Give your partner a chance to redeem himself. They may have been caught up in a moment of passion. This is also a chance for your family to be happy again.
单字 homemaker 家庭主妇，持家的人。Noun. A person who manages a home and often raises children instead of earning money from a job. Affair 有指秘密的性关系、 私通，风流韵事。Noun. A sexual relationship, especially a secret one. Fulfill, 履行，执行。Verb. To do something that is expected, hoped for, or promised, or to cause it to happen. Reflection, 深思，审慎的思考。Noun. Serious and careful thought. Tick by 时间，流逝，一点一点过去。Phrasal verb. If time ticks by, it goes past. Beaming, 满面笑容的，眉开眼笑的。Adjective. Used to describe a smile that is very wide and happy, or someone who is smiling in this way. Lost, 不知所措的，迷惘的。Adjective. Not confident and not knowing what to do in a particular situation. Conscience, 良心，良知。Noun. The part of you that judges how moral your own actions are and makes you feel guilty about bad things that you have done or things you feel responsible for. Plague, 折磨，使受煎熬。Verb. To cause worry, pain, or difficulty to someone or something over a period of time. Choke out, 哽咽。Phrasal verb. To say something with difficulty because of strong emotion. Drastic 有指行动，猛烈的，激烈的。Adjective. Especially of actions, severe and sudden or having very noticeable effects. Come along, 开始存在，出现。Phrasal verb. To start to exist. Talk something through 通常在做出决定前，讨论的所有细节。Phrasal verb. To discuss all the details of something, often before making a decision. Redeem, 弥补，补救。Verb. To make something or someone seem less bad. Caught up in something, 陷入之中。Idiom. So involved in an activity that you do not notice other things.